Morning everyone, we are festive as all heck today in my Star Wars ugly sweater because we are headed over to the Lion's Den to do some heavy clean and jerk, some snatch work, and some accessories. So in today's video I wanted to talk about something that I think we all go through when it comes to the gym and then when it comes to even life and other things, and that is balancing work, life, and training, because we don't have enough hours in the day. Let's just be real right now. We need at least 48 to 60 hours in a day to get everything that we need to get done sometimes, and I have been feeling extremely overwhelmed lately, so I thought I would tackle this topic in a video today, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna head over to the Lion's Den and get warmed up, and then we will take this discussion to the next level. So I'll see you guys there. Everyone's dressed up. Morning workout. Hey guys, so I'm taking a quick break from my heavy cleans. So I wanted to talk and give you guys a little bit of an insight into how I balance a full-time job, full-time school, training, and personal relationships. So tip number one I think it's pretty easy for everyone to understand this, is have a schedule. Have a routine, a schedule that you stick to every single day. Even if that means you're tired and you don't want to do things, write it all down in a checklist and just knock one day out at a time. That's what's helped me a lot in the last few weeks, is I take things one day at a time. I don't think too far in the future unless it's something big. And then I kind of just knock things off of a checklist, so that way I'm actually making progress and I don't get overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that I do. Because I do quite a lot of stuff right now, and it's hard to balance everything. So my number one tip in the list would be have a schedule and actually stick to it. Let's go, Santa! Come on, do it for the Instagram. What's up, man?
I dropped the whale on my toe!
How you doing, DK?
I'm here.
You're here. That's right. Come on, guys.
I just gotta roll 4 miles and post on Instagram, everybody sees.
All the lunges.
Look how fast I am, man.
Nice and festive in here, huh, Joey? Hey guys, we just got back from the Lion's Den, hit some heavy singles for clean, jerk, and snatch. Today was max out day, it was a good day. Spent a lot of time there just getting to know more of the members and talking to a lot of people, so it was a fun time. But anyway, back to the list. So the number one thing on my list would have to be a to-do list. So I have this cute little notebook that I got in Japan that I use as a to-do list. So for example, I don't mean schedule out your entire life, but I mean list things out that you're gonna that you actually need to get done that week. This week is a little bit different for me though, because I usually work second shift at my job at Johnson & Johnson, but this week the plant's shut down, so I'm going on first shift, so it's a big adjustment for me. So I actually did write down the times I'm clocking in and clocking out, just so I don't forget. If you look at the list, so I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday all laid out already. So I would really highly suggest you guys start making a to-do list, because this is the only way I can keep my life in order, and the only way I don't forget to do things or talk to different people that I need to talk to or get my training done. So this is the first thing on my list of how to balance work and your personal life. So the second thing kind of has two parts, but there's this very overarching thing that I want to get across, and that is you have to be organized with your life. I figured out in the last few weeks that if I don't have everything laid out, from my food to my clothes I'm supposed to be wearing the next day to my training on my phone already, I have a very high chance of forgetting something. It could be something as small as leaving my lunch at home so I don't have food at work, or it can be something such as leaving a pair of shoes, like if I'm doing Olympic lifting that day, leaving the right pair of shoes in my closet and showing up at the gym without the right pair of shoes, and therefore kind of wasting time. It could be anything. So get yourself organized in a way that you lay out your clothes the night before. It's like how your parents used to kind of lay out your clothes for you before you go to school the next day. It's that same kind of aspect. Get very organized with meal prepping. I would suggest cooking on Sundays and cooking enough for the entire week. I would also suggest laying out your clothes and making sure you do laundry on the weekends. I know you guys want to relax on the weekends or do your side hustles, but I really suggest you do your laundry, get your clothes laid out, and most of all, do the meal prepping, because that cooking and eating food takes actually the most amount of time out of your day. So if you kind of eliminate that on the weekends and front load a lot of that work, you'll be much happier when you can just grab a tray of whatever and then walk out the door. The third thing that on this list is something that is kind of a duh thing, I think, for a lot of people, but we just don't do it, is take the time to relax. Life isn't all supposed to be work. You are supposed to be relaxing and having a good time with life. If that means dropping at the gym once in a while to spend some time with loved ones, if that means waking up a little bit later, watching a TV show you want to catch up on, and foregoing a little bit of work, that if it doesn't set you back that much, I think taking some time off work and really focusing on what matters in life is what's going to keep that work-life balance going in the long term. It might be a sacrifice in the short run. If you say take a day off work, you might not get paid, or you might want to get that promotion faster. But if you take that time off and take care of your mental health and your relationships and everything, you're going to be way better off down the road or in the future. So for me, I take time off. I'm taking time off on Tuesday, which is Christmas Eve, to spend time with my loved ones, which I really never take time off work for the most part. But Tuesday is one of those days where I just said, you know what, I'm just going to take a mental health day, spend Christmas and Christmas Eve with my loved ones, play some guitar, shoot some videos, and have some fun. So that's something that I want to get across to you guys as well, is life isn't supposed to be all work. You're supposed to have fun with it. There's that saying for a reason, you only live once. So I actually do kind of live that way sometimes. I make decisions not based on logic, but based on what I feel like doing sometimes. And that's a good way to live, because sometimes the best things in life aren't logical, don't make sense to anyone else besides you, but that's sometimes the way you have to be to get the most out of life. So that's my third thing. So my next tip for you guys would be to say no. And that might be weird for some of you guys to hear, but I have a really big problem. I don't know about you guys, but I have a really big problem saying no sometimes. It gets to the point where, like, my boss will ask me to do something, I won't say no, it'll take a toll on my mental health because I think, oh, it's just one day, and then that turns into 2 days staying late, 3 days staying late, whatever that may be. I kind of have a problem saying no. I have a problem saying no to friends, to family, to my boss, to anything really, and that's something I've had to learn how to cope with over the years and deal with. And I shouldn't say cope with because it's not like a mental disorder or whatever, but it is something that I have to deal with, and something that I've had to change about myself sometimes, because I am almost so much of a giver. I forget that I have my needs and I have my wants as well. So no matter how much you enjoy helping people, no matter how much you enjoy pleasing others, you have to say no sometimes and really take time for yourself, or you're just doing yourself disservice in the long run, and you're going to end up getting sick of helping people. And so just say no once in a while. If it's not good for you once in a while, no one's going to discount you for putting yourself first sometimes. So the fifth and final thing that I want to leave you guys with is not thinking of your hobbies as time wasters and keeping them around, because hobbies should not be something that you think of as time wasters. They should be something that you do purely for your own enjoyment, and that's something that I've had to learn over the years. Whether it be weightlifting, whether it be an instrument, whether it be video games, nothing is wasting your time if you are enjoying doing it. So I don't understand why, especially with like gaming, especially with a lot of actually weightlifters, people think of it as wasting your time. And I think that's a really horrible way to put people down and put people's enjoyments down. I don't think anything should be considered a time waster. It's making you a better person. If you're getting good at something, I don't care what it is. So I honestly think that you should be taking your hobbies, holding them close, making yourself a better person while having your hobbies. Because I guess, personal little story, in college I dropped guitar. I didn't play at all. I sold all my guitars. I had like 10 at the time. I used to play live all the time. I used to tour in bands all the time. But I dropped off the face of the planet with it because I said, I'm in college. Like, why should I be having guitars that are not making me that much money? I'm only doing for me. It's selfish. I should be helping others. I should be doing more, blah, blah, blah. But then I missed it, and I kind of degraded. I actually went through a period of depression because of other reasons, but I didn't keep these around, and I think that actually made my mental health worse while I was in college. So I think that's the one thing I want to stress the most out of this video. Managing work-life balance is really between finding the balance between things that like logically don't make sense that you should be doing for your mental health and normal grindy work. So I think there should be a definite balance, but you definitely have to get yourself organized, get your life organized, put yourself in a position where you can have a good work-life balance, and that takes a lot of time. It's taken me a lot of time to really perfect my methodologies over the years, but now I can enjoy my hobbies and really have a nice work-life balance with my loved ones, with people I care about, go to the gym, still work full-time, still finish up my my schooling full-time. So if I can do it, so can you guys. So that's what I want to leave you guys with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to play a little bit of guitar for you guys. Peace.